Charles had scandalous action amid his cash for honours scandal, held hush-hush meeting with a donor. British investigators continue to investigate a scandal involving Prince Charles, the future king and the father of Prince William and Prince Harry. Prince Charles faced new accusations over the cash for honours scandal last night as extraordinary details of a Saudi billionaire's relationship with the heir to the throne were revealed. A report by the Sunday Times claimed that the Prince of Wales sent Mahfouz Mareh Mubarak bin Mahfouz a thank you letter and a carriage clock gift after he donated £1 million to his foundation that looks after 2 Scottish estates. The generous donor was also hosted by the Prince for a private CBE investiture in Buckingham Palace in 2016, with claims the award was fixed in return for £1.5 million in donations. Michael Fawcett, for years a trusted ally and senior valet of Prince Charles, resigned last month amid claims he had promised to secure honour and a British citizenship in return for the donations. It comes after Prince Harry's claims he raised concerns about the Saudi billionaire donor motives and claimed he expressed his concerns about him. Scotland Yard's special inquiry team are now looking into the case, and have sent a formal letter requesting correspondence between royal aides about the possible fixing of the honour, which could carry a 2-year prison sentence under the 1925 Honours, Prevention of Abuse, Act. While honours ceremonies can usually include a line of 60 people waiting to receive their certificates from the Queen or a representative, Mahfouz was given the highly unusual honour of a completely private ceremony in the Blue Drawing Room, a stunning hall in Buckingham Palace usually reserved for heads of state. There was however a set of secrecy for the event, with Mahfouz's fixer having to wait outside while the ceremony took place. It is even reported that Charles and Camilla broke tradition by shaking hands with Mahfouz at the start of the ceremony. Nerves will be on edge in the royal household after the newspaper revealed several new details in the contact Charles apparently had with Mahfouz before awarding him a CBE in a highly unusual ceremony that broke normal protocols. Clarence House has continued to insist Charles had no knowledge of the cash for honours deal. But questions have been posed about what the prince knew prior to the awarding of the CBE. The Mail reported last week that Charles is said to be willing to speak to detectives over the allegations. Michael Fawcett stepped down as chief executive of the Prince's Foundation in November after being confronted with a letter in which he said the royal charity would be happy and willing to use its influence to help Mahfouz, who had given it hundreds of thousands of pounds. He also had his private contract to organize events for Charles severed, following reports he offered to help a billionaire Saudi donor to the prince's charity secure a knighthood and British citizenship. Then in an extraordinary statement on Sunday night, Prince Harry piled pressure on his father and said he had no involvement in what he described as the CBE scandal, insisted he had concerns about the Saudi businessman's motives and claimed he expressed his concerns about him. Last month, Michael Fawcett, the right-hand man to Prince Charles for decades, stepped down from his role running one of the British royals' main charities, weeks after a newspaper report that said he had offered honours in return for donations. The Sunday Times newspaper reported in September that a Saudi businessman had received an award after paying thousands of pounds towards projects strongly supported by Charles, with the assistance of the prince's aides. In the wake of the article, Fawcett temporarily stepped down as chief executive of Charles's charity the Prince's Foundation, and the Scottish charity regulator said it had started an investigation into its funding arrangements.